my fifth tutorial. So before we begin, let's go to here and make sure you have the upside down check for both iPhone and iPad. That way, if you run your app, no matter which orientation it is, the app will flip into the correct upright position. And then another thing I want you guys to do is to go into your game scene class here and go into the update method. Remember from the last tutorial where we created our interface and then we set it in our update method? Here, because we set it before we set the camera position, we have this effect which is not good. So if you go back to our simulator here, when I jump the player, you can see our controls jump with the player. We don't want that. So to fix that, what we want to do is, after we set the camera's position to the player position in the update method, we want to only then set the interface to the camera's position. Alright, so now if I run this, you can see the difference. So when we jump the player, you can see it's not jittery anymore. Alright, so without further ado, let's go and let me show you guys how to add sound effect and background music to your project. So the first thing you want to do is go to your project folder and do new file, and just make sure you select Swift file. I'm just going to call mine sound player. Great. Now that you have your sound player, make sure you also import the AV foundation like this. This is your audio class. So then just create a class just like the file name. Class SOUND sound player. Like that. Actually, it's class like that. And the first thing I want you guys to do is create the variable to represent your sound, the different sound effect you want to use in your game. So here, I'm just going to use 3 sound effects: gun, explosion, and jump sound. And then create another variable to represent your audio player, your background player, I mean. So here, I want another variable to represent your background player. Let me just make this look good. Just like that. And the last property I want you to create is something called a share variable, a singleton, which is a share instance of a class. So this is the instance of this class itself. It's a share variable, static, so you can access it anywhere in the project. And the next thing I want you guys to create is your start background music function. So what this function looks like is this. So in this method, all you do is looking for that file called background, which is up top MP3, and then you let your background music be that file path, and then just make sure you set that, get the content of that, and then set your audio player BG, which is your AV audio player object to represent your background music, to that background music that you have here. And what we want to do is we want to play it in infinite loop by setting this to -1, and then prepare it to play, and then play it. So this method basically starts your background music. And another thing I want you guys to do is we want to prepare, now that we have this set up for our background music, we want to also get this ready, right? So the next thing you want to do is we want to set up the sound player like so. So what this does is I have a method here that takes in a file name, the extension type, and the audio player, right? The sound audio player object. And because we created one of them up there, we don't need to, because we already created one up there, we just pass this variable in here. And the method to do that is here, just like this. So create this method called ready sound player, like that. So what this does is basically just looks for the file name and make sure, and it gets the file name, and then it just get it ready for us here after it gets the content, and just get it ready for us. That way, when we want to excuse me, play the sound effect, we just access the variable and then play it. Now, another thing I want you guys to do is we want to be able to stop our music, right? Our background music. So how do we do that? So to do that, what you essentially are doing is just accessing this thing and then just stopping it, right? So here I'm going to another method called stop background music. However, what if you want to play a background music with a different file name, and not this file name? Let's create a duplicate of this function, another copy of this function, I mean, but make it a little different. That way, whoever called this function can specify their own file name for this function, and then just it will start the music with that specified file name. So now that we have this method and the different file, we want to add the file, right? We have the different method to access the file, but we don't have the music file. So here in my desktop, I have 4 different sound files. One is MP3 file that represents our background music, and then I have a gun file, a jump file, and explosion file. These are all wave file. What they are short audio file for sound effect. So what you want to do is just drag the sound file you have into your project. Just kind of hold shift, select all of your sound file, hold shift and drag into your project like so, and then just make sure copy item if needed is checked, and then just click finish. So now your sound player class can access the different file that you have. The background file, for example, to represent your background music, and then the 3 sound effect file. Alright, so now that we have our sound player class, let's go back to our game scene class here, right? So now we're gonna ask ourselves, where do we want to play this background music, right? In most game, what we do is we want to play them when the game scene load up, right? So here I'm gonna comment this here, and what you want to do is start the background music here. So as soon as the game load, what you want to do is start the background music, right? And then prepare the sound effect that you have. Remember, in your sound player class you have 3 sound effects that we're using, and what you want to do is prepare that sound effect, get it ready to be played, right? So that way we can access it and play it automatically without any delay. So that's what we're doing here. Then to play the sound effect, we want to decide where we want to play it, right? So if you go to your touch begin method, and go to your jump method, we have a sound for jumping, right? So to access that that sound, we just simply put a class name and access the singleton called share, and then access the jump sound player and then play it. Same thing for when we shoot our gun here below. And then another place where we want to add sound is when the bullet hits the enemy, right? So in our last tutorial we removed the enemies, but this time not only do we want to remove the enemy, but we want to play an explosion sound, right? So just do the same thing here. And then you gotta ask yourself, now that we have our sound effect, where do we want to stop the background music, right? We have our background music that plays when the game starts. We have the different sound effect that plays when this player shoot the gun, when the player jump, and when the bullet hit the enemy, right? So we gotta ask ourselves, where do we want the sound effect to stop, right? So here in the last tutorial we talk about how if the player falls off the ground, we want to remove the player from the parent, which means remove the player from the scene itself, because that's where we add the player, right? So here's also a good place where we want to stop the sound effect, background music, I mean. So I'm gonna play this and show you guys what I mean. Here we have this sound effect. Let me pause that real quick. It's sounding jittery because I have 2 apps running that play the same sound. Oops. Let's see here. Alright. And then I'm gonna run that again. So as you can see, now we have our background music in our game. Also our sound effect. so that way you guys can hear that the sound effect clearly when I do the shoot button. So here I'm just gonna remove the background music and play it again. So here we should have 3 sound effects that we added to our game. The first is the jump sound effect when the player jumps, and then we have a sound effect for shooting the gun, and another sound effect is when the bullet hit the enemy, right? So just listen carefully. You should hear the gun sound plus the explosion sound. Whoops, hold on. There you go. So also we talk about stopping the sound effect, right? The music, I mean the background music. So if I run this with the sound effect, we set that if the player falls off the ground, we want to stop the sound effect. So I'm gonna play it again and test that just to make sure it's all working. So the player goes off the ground and falls off, boom, the sound effect stops, the music stops. So here's also a good place where you want to maybe add a button that says game over or replay button for the game that you have, right? So now that you have your sound ready, let's just do a recap of what we need to do to get this working. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have all your different sound file, right? Your background music and the different sound effect that you want to use in your game. And then create a class called sound player, like so, with the different sound variables you're going to be using for your sound effect, and then a variable that represents your background music, right? And then create a share singleton that can be used throughout the project. And then what you want to do is, of course, you make 2 methods that represent your background music. A method that starts the music like so, and a method that stops the background music, right? And then also you want to prepare your different sound effects by creating this method, which takes in which has a method inside it, this. And then you just have to go back to your game scene and decide what you want to call it, right? So here in did move to view, what we did is we prepared the sound player and then start the background music. And then when we go to our touch this begin method, we just added the different sound effect when the player shoots the gun, for example, here, or when the player jump here. And then we also added one more sound effect when in our collision method, enemy collision, when the enemy gets hit by the bullet here, right? And also another place we added the sound effect was here when the player falls off the ground here. So that is it for today's guide. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe and like.